first time in Brussels, Belgium, and my first stop is the Garden of Sculptures. This park, I'm not gonna even try to pronounce the words or the name of this park. Le Petit Gabilan. I think that's close enough. But anyway, the park is beautiful, and it has all of these sculptures of these gentlemen who were pretty significant to something. Let's see. I've read it already, but I'm going to read it again. Inside the Petit Sablon Square, the white marble sculptures represent heroes who fought against Spanish or intellectuals and science from the 16th century. They all have in common the fact that they devoted their lives to conquering their freedom of thought. The Garden of Sculptures. Yeah. Now over on the plaque, it gives you a brief history, brief details of all of these gentlemen and what it is that they did. But overall, I mean, the park is beautiful. Gardens are nice. I wanted to start my day in the park while I'm here to kind of give me a little fresh air. So people are always wondering, like, you know, how is it being a flight attendant and, you know, traveling on your own, and how sometimes it can be a little challenging. And that is just the case. I'm here with the crew of 8. It's 8 flight attendants. I'm purser on this trip, and we have 3 pilots. And I'm out here exploring by myself. I got in. We were about 2.5 hours delayed coming into the city today. And, you know, when I got in, I was extremely tired. We had a full flight coming over here, about a 7-hour flight from JFK. And I mean, I was tired, so I just decided to go ahead on and get some rest. And now I'm up. I slept for about 4.5 hours and came out, and I realized I'm gonna have to explore the city by myself. And sometimes that's just how it is. You gotta just explore by yourself. You gotta get out and see the city for yourself, because if you don't, then you'll just be in your room. And sometimes that's okay as well, because sometimes you're just so exhausted that you just want to be in your room. But for me, this is my first time in Brussels, so I really wanted to get out and see what the city was going to be about. And so far, I'm impressed. It's beautiful. So I really don't know where I should be going here in Brussels, but for the most part, I'm about to wing it just like I did when I was in Korea. And we're gonna just find some places that I think are unique and beautiful and go from there. And I definitely have to point out this beautiful church, a 15th century church right here near my hotel. It's beautiful. I saw online that you could actually go inside of this church. It's free. It's just nice to kind of just go in there and center yourself. So I'm gonna see if I can go in right now, and we're gonna check it out. Someone like myself who's from America, as a kid, I used to take, like, on Google Maps, I used to drop the little person on the streets and kind of walk through these cities that I never imagined that I'd ever be able to, like, be in myself. And now being here, you know, Brussels for the first time, I'm like, wow, like, it looks just like it does, you know, on the maps, you know, or just like any other European cities with these little tight little, nice little alleys. So for us Americans, you know, this is a big deal. For the Europeans, maybe not, but I like it. Concierge at my hotel mentioned this place here. This is a chocolate maker, if I'm not mistaken. And unfortunately, they're not open today from what it looks like. But what he told me is that this is the company that makes the chocolates for the royals of Brussels in Belgium. So, looks pretty nice. I wish it was open because I'd definitely go inside. But yeah, Widdermeyer. Yeah. So I'll drop some details about this place on the video so that you guys can know more about it. But that's it. On to the next spot. What I'm doing now is that I'm walking towards the Grand Palace, I believe it's called. We are about 6 minutes away. I heard that this was like a very popular place to go to. You know, if you want to see like a lot that's going on. I guess it's like kind of like the city center. So I'm gonna see what it's about, and we're gonna see if it's worth it. All right, we almost got hit by a car. But I believe we're now going in the right direction. And I'm really liking the look of this already. These old buildings are always like a vibe. It's always so nice. I'm definitely getting a scooter back to my hotel because I just walked from uphill, downhill. Therefore, I gotta walk back uphill to get to the hotel. And after I finish eating and drinking, I'm not gonna wanna walk. So yeah. This is neat. Loving the vibes. This way, I was coming down this street right here. As soon as I cut this corner, whoa, excuse my ash. As soon as I cut this corner, it's definitely a vibe. Like, I immediately spot hookah. Probably gonna do that later on tonight, but definitely a vibe. I stopped at this little corner store over here to get me a magnet because I'm really trying to continue up my magnet collection. So yeah, but definitely a vibe. Like, this is definitely the touristy spot. All of the good restaurants. I'm gonna get me some good food and yeah, explore. Listen to the music, guys. Not they like us. Not they not like us. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Yeah. This is amazing. So I'm guessing shisha must be a thing here because it's out everywhere. Yeah, it's definitely much louder over here as well. We are in the city center, for sure. We're in the city center. Grand Palace Square, I believe it's called. But yeah, we are here. Let me not get these people's way. There's nothing worse than trying to get a good photo and somebody's getting in your way. So yeah, but look at that. The details for me, guys. Oh, he's sparring. Look at that. Yeah, so looks like they're setting up for some type of concert or something over here. All right, so we're gonna do a good panoramic view. Over here is where I came in through. They Not Like Us was playing right over there. And yeah. Welcome to Brussels. Brussels, Belgium. Just to the south of the Netherlands in Amsterdam. I should have known I was gonna like this city because I really love Amsterdam. If you know, you know. So, yeah. Architecture here is a little different than Amsterdam for sure. It's definitely kind of more of on the royal palacey vibe, obviously, as you can tell. Really Greek methodic, I think it's called, or Greek medieval, sorry. Very Greek medieval as well. Very gilded also, but yeah, man, like, yeah, buddy, it's nice. So these are the most unbothered dogs that I've ever seen. I aspire to be as unbothered as these dogs. Wait a minute, are the dogs collect? I think the dogs are collecting money. Shout out to them though. All right, so step in here. Really used to be a nice Brussels mug. Besides my magnets, I've been trying to collect more mugs as well. So, which one should I get? Kind of like, look at this, established $12.29 compared to the United States that was established in 1776. I think I really like this one. I like the matte black. So I think I'm gonna get this one. So there's these statues all around the city of little people pissing. I haven't seen any of them yet, but I'm gonna go find them though. For the tap. Where do I do that? There we go. Okay, cool. Perfect. Thanks to my friend who just gave me the rundown of what it is that I need. We're about to get authentic Belgium chocolate. So these are like chocolate cookies, just minus the cookies. So this is complete 100% chocolate, but clearly you have different types of flavors that you can choose from. I love Oreo, so I'm gonna get a couple of the Oreo ones. Oh man, I hope I don't eat all of this tonight. I hope I don't. Oh, I hope I don't eat it all tonight. White raspberry. Smarties, that's cool. So we're gonna get, so I'll get a couple of the dark raisins as well. And then I'm gonna go over here and get a couple of the, let me taste like a chocolate partly, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy. I think I'm gonna do the assortment balls because this is the same thing just in a ball form. So I think I may do that instead. Guys, I'm gonna get both of them. Like, I'm here, first time here, might as well do it. So we are gonna do it. All right.
From which part of the US are you from?
Georgia. All right, so listen, definitely loving the vibes completely. Now, let me turn this thing around. So I'm loving the vibes in Brussels. Like, this place is so dope. I'm absolutely loving it. I came across this cool bar and they're having happy hour right now. Y'all know I love happy hour. Atlanta does not have happy hour like that. So, buy 2, get 3 free. Long Island, baby. We're going for it. Hopefully it puts me to sleep tonight. How you drink 2 Long Islands at the same damn time. Oh yeah. All right, so it's cool because I'm here during the, I think it's the semifinals. So everybody is here watching the semifinals of football, which is really soccer in America. But it's the Netherlands versus the, thank you. It's the Netherlands versus the Netherlands versus England. So yeah. So this place got really packed out of nowhere. And I asked the bartender when I went back for my 2 other drinks here, their Long Islands aren't like Americans' Long Islands, but they're still good though. But anyway, so apparently it's the semifinals for soccer. This is the Netherlands versus England. And after this, they go on, of course, to the finals. I asked him who he's rooting for. He said both teams are pretty good, but he thinks England is going to take it. So it's a Wednesday, a whole Wednesday. This many people outside on a Wednesday. So yeah. The chocolate is so good. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? I knew I wasn't gonna be able to take it. Like, I knew it. I don't know why these people are walking through this. It's clearly blocked off for a reason. Anyway, this chocolate is so good. And I knew I was not going to be able to say this until I got back to the States. I knew it. I got more in here, but I hope I don't eat that tonight. But, it's so good. I ended up at a random bar. I've been drinking, and this is. I'm not like those other YouTubers, okay? This is what you're gonna really get. Like, this is what it is. If you ain't got no plans, whenever you come into these different countries, you're gonna have fun as long as it's within your legality, and as long as you're legal to do so, you're gonna have fun. So I didn't have any plans, and no one else wanted to come out with me, which I didn't care to ask if anybody wanted to come out with me because I can solo shit on my own. I don't got no problem with that. But cheers to Brussels. All right, so it is currently 10:30 at night. It's still quite bright outside. People are still outside. Like, it's early. It's early! And I'm about to have a good time. Welcome to the real YouTube. All right, so check this out. We have a lot going on. We have a lot going on. A lot going on. Woo, we got a lot going on. They beefing, y'all. They beefing, y'all. They beefing, y'all. See, look. They beefing, y'all. Currently, I believe like 1 a.m. I can't tell, but I think it's like 1 a.m. And who knew that fries, 120. Who knew that fries were as popular in Brussels as they are in Amsterdam? So I've been bar hopping. This could be considered maybe drunk food, but don't judge me. I'm eating it, and it's good. That's garlic aioli salsa on top. I'm going in. Yeah. I love fries. And they're good. Mm-hmm. What time is it? It is currently 2:13 in the morning, and once again, we are right back where we started from. I'm tired. Y'all, it was so hard for me to park the bike. I was outside in the Brussels streets. It was fun. loud still, but it was all worth it. 24 hours in Brussels. Make sure you all like, subscribe, and comment, and appreciate this good, authentic quality. Although I'm not in Italy, I'll be in Italy in like 2 days. But yeah, appreciate this. This is no hardcore edits. This is no poo-poo shoot. This is the real deal. So thank you all for joining me in Brussels. I thoroughly enjoyed the city. Could possibly go into my top 10. Maybe not my top 5, but for sure my top 10. If I continue to come back here, it could possibly be in my top 5. But anyway, I'm out. Let's go to sleep.